Hey Aquarius. So this reading we're gonna focus on your spirit guide, what energy they have, how to better connect with them, what they want you to focus on, any advice they have for you, and maybe even get a sneak peek on your life purpose. I've already pre-shuffled the deck, so we can go ahead and get right into it. All right. What is the energy of Aquarius' spirit guide? And like always, just take what resonates and leave the rest behind if it doesn't. No, one more? I feel like you can have one more. Yeah, okay. The World card and the Emperor card. Okay. Ooh, okay. So fun fact about Aquarius is a sign, basically a spirituality. The sign is it's the most connected sign to connecting with the 4D in a sense. So it's very cool that your spirit guide's energy is someone very ethereal. Is that the word? Ethereal, whatever. Like very mystical. I guess very like it's almost like an enchanted vibe. Like very very connected. Very like it's almost like your spirit guide is nature, like nature itself. Like it's very, that's like how free flowing their energy is, how just interwoven their energy is into everything. Your guide is like a mass in a sense. Like I can't even like personify it. It's like very, the feeling it gives me is very like sees all and is all kind of like so whatever, like I said, take what resonates. But the guide that I'm connecting to for Aquarius that is that very much like just ever growing, ever like it's just like a whole massive energy that's like interwoven and connected to everything. It's I never felt an energy like this before. It's very like, I'm not even say powerful, because like the way its energy is, it's just like it just is. There just are like that's not a very good description. I'm trying. Wait, okay. I don't know, it's like the air you breathe. It's like the way the wind and and water and just how that all flows is how their energy is flowing. It's very relaxed, but it makes its presence, and it's very in control, but it like moves in a way that seems almost uncontrolled. It's like a beautiful chaos, or like a serene chaos. So it almost sometimes feels like maybe even like for those who are like trying to connect better, it almost feels like you almost like are not connecting to anything, because like it's like so like I wouldn't even say like they're not very. It's the connection almost feels like you can't really like be personable with it. Like it's almost like a connection where like you don't. It doesn't talk. It doesn't. It just shows and does, and like you have to like follow the rhythm. You have to find and follow the rhythm of it. Like how the waves come. You have to like time the tides and like time the waves and everything like that. It's kind of like how their energy is. It's like you're not gonna get any spoken word, but once you understand the movement, it's like then the world is open to you. And it just they want you to it's like an energy you just have to trust. You can't really question it. You can't really try to make sense of it. You can't put any logic onto it. You have to trust it, and just let it and just let yourself be taken in it, in a sense. So that's a pretty unique guide. That's pretty dope. Okay, so how I guess the question is, how can you better connect, or how can you better find that rhythm to connect? got the Ten of Cups, Two of Wands, and Three of Wands. So like with all three, okay, let's see if I get all this in one hand. If my hand wants to work with me. Okay. Okay, work with me. Okay. See how kind of all just kind of looking off, especially with these two cards, and then how they're looking up. And once again, it's like reconfirming what I said about trust and how it's not something you can have like spoke words to, or like speak words to, or like have like those direct messages. In a sense, it's like you have to find the messages. You have to seek them out. You have to seek the pattern out. You have to seek the connections out. And so even does this to better connect, or just to be even to open your mind up to the endless possibilities of connection. It's to open your mind up to ways of connection that are going to seem very wonky and very weird to even people within the spirituality like community. Like the way your guide is like moves is very like, it's just very non-human like, and they're never going to accommodate the human way of it. It's going to be very abstract. It's going to be very very, what's the word? It's just very mystical. Very like, I don't know how other to describe this except for mystical. Very like it's like you're gonna have to become like a sage, or like become like it almost like it's gonna make you sometimes feel crazy. It's gonna make you feel crazy, and if it has or already has made you feel crazy with the type of messages that you get, or the type of downloads that you get, or the type of connections that you see, it could be as simple as like, I don't know, it's like see maybe the same type of leaf over and over and over, and you're like, what does this mean? And you have to figure that out, and you have to try to put the dots together. And it's like they are like, the better connect is like they want you to also put yourself more out into the world to explore the different types of ways of connection, to explore how different beliefs have practiced their connection, how different cultures believe how connections reached, to see more of the world basically as well. Like the way they're going about it is like it's going to be endless ways of them connecting to you, but it's never going to be in the ways that are advertised in mainstream. Like, so you have to kind of go out and find that understanding for yourself, for you to feel comfortable in those communications. Because I can tell you, or any other reader could tell you all day long, like, oh, this is the type of connection you're going to receive, but it's never going to fully resonate with you until you yourself go out and seek that. And so Spirit is very much encouraging that action of getting out your comfort zone, and just not even like, I wouldn't even say look for the connections, but just look for different ways of connection. So look at the different ways people connect, and just to expand your mind, because the connections that are coming to you are gonna, I feel like I'm not explaining this really well, but it's like you have to read about, it's like you have to go out and see all these different things for you to feel comfortable to see what they're trying to show you. So I hope that makes sense. And like I said, for those who resonate, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. Okay. Let's see what Spirit wants you to focus on. Oh, okay. Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, and Page of Pentacles. So your Spirit guide wants you to focus on, yeah, okay. I wouldn't say make a choice, but just make a final decision. They want you to focus on making these final decisions of where you want to kind of go with your life. And it's like they're supporting either decision way that you choose to go. It's like a supporting decision, but they just want you to make that final decision, so that way like things can start moving forward. So whether it's like a final decision with career or money, they want you to kind of make that final decision. It's not telling me like which way you should choose or which way is not a good way to choose. It's saying either way you choose is good, but just make one so that path can unfold and you can continue walking on it. Because the longer you're kind of staying still, it's kind of like it's hindering you. It's not a choice where there's a right one and there's a wrong one for your circumstance. It's just either, it's mainly just like make the choice that's best for you, or makes the best sense for you, and to follow through with it. And then when it also comes to a love connection, it's either the circumstance of you trying to decide whether or not to commit to this person, or as a decision whether or not you even want to open yourself up to be in a connection with somebody. And so it's this one though, that for that decision, it's leaning more towards connecting and like choosing to be with somebody, or choosing that person that you're thinking about, or just or with. It's leaning towards that way, but it's also saying like I said, no, there's no wrong choice or right choice. It just wants you to make that decision and commit to that decision. So whatever decision you make, it just has to be one that you're going to commit to. If that probably makes more sense the way. So it's like, yes, it's about the decision, but it's also more so like make the decision that you're going to stick to, that you're not going to, that feels the most right for you. Because whatever feels right for you, you're obviously going to stick with, and you're obviously going to commit to and follow through with. But it's really empathizing that you pick the decision that you're going to stick to. Because it's not a right or wrong decision, but it is an important decision because it is for your path, and it is for what it's going to be developing on your path to get you towards where your life purpose is. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and ask what energies are surrounding your life purpose. I said this in the other reads, but like when I do life purpose questions, I never feel like it's my business to tell like what it is like your life purpose is, but I do my best to kind of figure out what the energies are surrounding your life purpose are like, and what kind of the theme of it basically is. Oop, my God. Okay. Okay, so I got the Tower card, the Six of Swords, the Strength card, and the Six of Wands. Ooh, okay. With this, I really get much like it's like the energy of you being a catalyst for other people. Like you are basically being like almost a breaking point. Like you bring about change for others. It's like you bring about change for others, or like you are that spark that encourages the change, or you are that being that represents change for others in a good way, and sometimes in a bad way. When I say a bad way, it means just more like they view it in a bad way because it may bring up a tower moment for these other people. But for you, that's a very like that is still a very important role to play in anybody's life, is to be like almost like I said, like a catalyst, to bring that be that spark that invokes change. That's very much heavy around your life purpose. And it's like you represent, and you just like it's not like immediately where you're gonna represent change and you're gonna represent positive. You're not gonna be recognized for it for a little bit, but it's gonna be a point of your life where you're on your journey where you're going to slowly start to get recognized for being someone who encourages change, who encourages growth, who invokes it, who almost demands it. In a sense, just by your presence, you're someone who your presence and your energy is gonna start changing to a point where people are gonna start looking at you, being like, "Huh, I need to elevate myself. They're gonna start feeling like that. The way you're gonna carry yourself and the way the energy you're gonna have is going to be very inspiring to others to make those changes as well, to make that growth, to make that jump, to make that change, to make that sacrifice, to make that to have the courage to go forth in something maybe they were hesitating in. And so I'm not saying it's like, yeah, it gives kind of like, to compare it to like something easy, almost like a life coach, or like or like if you compare it to the military, it's like being that command, like that drill instructor that encourages his recruits to do better, and like almost like it's like that type of role, or that type of like standing. to compare it to, like, to compare the energy to something to make it easier to digest, but it's definitely like you are like the harbinger of change. Like you are the spark that starts a lot of fires, or that it's like when you're like going on a trip, and like compared to like the Hobbit, right? You're like Gandalf in a sense. Like you're giving people an opportunity to to be their best potential, and that's kind of like where your life purpose energy is being surrounded with. Okay, let's see if Spirit has any like last advice or messages they want to pass on to you. Whoop. Okay. Got the Seven of Swords and Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So the Seven of Swords and Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So, okay. Their message is more like of kind of let go of the fear-based beliefs when it comes to your finances. Like I know, like just like an energy for some that are kind of almost hoarding their money out of fear, or like, or they're saving money out of fear, or they're trying to keep money out of fear. And it kind of wants you to go of that. Like it's okay to keep the money, it's okay to save, but kind of change the reason why you're kind of keep saving and stuff like that. Like kind of release the fears and change your perspective on it. But at least that's their message on it, right? I can't, like, I'm not telling you what to do with your pockets, but just the messenger. But I hope this all resonated. Please leave comments down below. Let me know. It better helps me connect with your energy. Feel free to like and subscribe. I do personals, and I leave the link down below in the description box. And I'll see you guys soon with your next reading on what to expect for the month. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.